Welcome back, lords and ladies, to our... Well, I guess not welcome back, but... but here we are, anyways. I guess welcome back to Mount & Blade Warband. There we go. I wasn't just joshing myself there. I knew what I was talking about. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. Put a little bit of work into it, but as you can tell, this campaign is a little ways into it. I'll be completely 100% frank with you. I did use some... I did cheat a little bit, but the honest truth about that is simply that I don't always want to start from the, you know, level 0. You can't have anybody in your party. All you do is, you know, fight little tiny enemy warbands. I don't always like starting a campaign that way. Sometimes I want to have some fun and start out a little bit stronger, because I mean, honestly, once you start your own kingdom, that takes a lot of time, and even once you do that, it takes a lot of time after that. This game could easily take like 100 hours just to finish the damned campaign. If you wanted to take everything over, that is. But what I like about this game is it is a role-playing game, so you know, you've heard the story now of what we're going off of, and here we are. We have the lovely Inquisition here, slaying some rats. We are outside of a rat castle that I actually want to take to kind of found this Inquisition organization. So I was besieging it, and I got attacked by this army, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but I suppose it is what it is. Alright, let's get our cavalry back here. I got a lot of handgunners there, ow. Actually, but yeah, so I don't want to make a big deal out of the fact that I did use some stuff so that I could skip a few levels and get some money so I could hire men quickly. It's just that that's how I wanted to start my campaign. I'm not going to be cheating from now on. I just wanted to get to the position of the... I just wanted to get to the position that I wanted to be in for this campaign. Alright, now we're going to have everybody charge. So anyways, that's that. I hope that doesn't bother you guys. Plus, it'll give you a chance to see the late game of this. And as I said, I'm not going to be cheating anymore. I got myself set up into a position I want to be, and that's that. In fact, I don't even consider it cheating. It's just I wanted to get to a certain point in the game and start it from there. But yeah, so anyways, that's that. Also, if you recognize the name of my character Heinrich, if you get the reference there, then that's awesome. Heinrich von Beisenheim. Beisenheim? Beisenheim. Beisenheim. Yeah, if you get that reference, that's pretty cool. But I'll let you guys, if you know the reference of who I'm talking about, then tell me in the comments. If not, then in the next episode I'll just tell everybody what the reference is to. But either way, here we are with our lovely army. Still doing alright, I think. Doing okay. Ooh, there's a rat ogre there. As you see, I do have 2 ogres in my own army. Oh shit, I just lost one though. Or maybe it was just, yeah, I was just knocked unconscious. That's good. Oh, but this one's gonna go down too, and I'm gonna go down. Oh shit, this is actually not going particularly well. How are we doing? Actually, we're doing quite well. We're doing good. Oh yeah, we just got our reinforcements. Lovely. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to besiege the city now with our forces reduced like this. And it was siege towers, and it took 48 hours to build them. So I think we're going to move on to another castle for now to try and take. Oh yeah, victory right there. Boom. The Inquisition's first, well, not its first, but the first victory that you guys get to see. Very awesome. Alright, well, let's go back out of here. Let's see what we have going on. So I lost 19. 25 wounded isn't terrible. I did... You are my prisoner now. Oh, yes. I don't know which one of these guys are... Definitely the ogres. Definitely want to take them. I'm not sure which one of these guys are, like, the highest on their list. So, I mean, I have 33 prisoner capacity, so I'm just gonna grab a bunch of them, and I'm gonna set us up for a lovely little thing. You'll see. So yeah, I'll be back in a second for you guys. Okay, so I came back to Miraglanio to let some of my party heal up a little bit. But I also wanted to take this time to just look at the army that I have, the companions that I have, and go over just kind of what we're going to be doing in this series. Although from the intro you probably can take a pretty good guess. But first, let's take a look at the army. We have a few we need to upgrade though, so let's turn some of these Empire recruits into spearmen. And then maybe a couple of them into foresters. I have a lot of... yeah, 2 of them. Okay, so yeah, it is a mostly Empire army, but... yeah, so I was able to get a bunch of Empire recruits to follow me. Heinrich von Bassenheim, to the Southern Kingdoms area, or whatever it's called. So mostly Empire soldiers. They make up the bulk of my force. However, I also have some various mercenaries. I have some Leopard Company mercenaries, some besiegers here, some mercenary ogres, and I actually had some others, but it looks like they must have died. So mostly Empire now. So we got to get some of these guys up there though. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to avoid Ulrich's swordsman because that's just a dead-end swordsman unit. Better, I feel like, to go after the great swords and Empire captains because great swords become Karaborg great swords, which are really damned good. And Empire captains are what you need to start down the cavalry trees for the knights, like the Blazing Sun Knight and the Reiksguard. Hold on, let me just do this really quickly here. I definitely need more captains. Firelock. Okay, so I have some foresters, spearmen, Empire recruit. I'm going to move them down to the bottom. Empire handgunners, halberdiers, swordsmen, sharpshooters, veteran halberdiers, veteran swordsmen, some Furlangen Firelocke, which are the highest tiered Empire missile units. They're one of the highest tier ones. You could also go for outriders and pistoliers, but I don't like... I mean, this game is pretty hard to micromanage as is. This isn't Total War, so I feel like just micromanaging archers, infantry, and cavalry is about my skill level, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm avoiding pistoliers and outriders. I might get some of them just for fun, just for kicks, but for now we're just going to rely on good, hard firearms. They seem to be pretty damn effective, too. Empire captains, which again I said go into the knight tree, and then the great swords that go into the Karaborg greatswords. So that's pretty awesome. Of course, here's my own character, Heinrich von Bassenheim. I'm going to be using sword and board for this playthrough. I did pick a bastard sword, though, so I can use it two-handed if I so feel like it, or just one-handed with the shield. Gives me a little bit of versatility, plus I like two-handed weapons better, but I didn't want to do the same thing as last time with the two-handed axe, so I thought this would be interesting. I'm also very bad with a lance, but I did give myself a lance because obviously in my backstory I used to be a knight of the Blazing Sun. Then we have Ishi, who is a female samurai who was kicked out of the Empire of Nippon. Yes, the Empire of Nippon, because, well, when they discovered that she was a female, it's a Mulan story. She's got a Mulan story going on. Once she was discovered to be a female, she was told she can't be a samurai. She has to go back and cook. And she said, fuck that. And she left. And, well, that's when I found her and said, hey, there's some really nasty critters over here. Critters. Jesus Christ. My American is coming out here. But yeah, so she's agreed to help me to fight back the Skaven and the Beastmen, the evil that is here, that has taken over Tilia and Estalia, and you know, maybe I promised her that, you know, a little bit of renown, a little bit of lacking sexism. There would be no sexism for her. There's Felix here. Felix and I were once great friends. We fought together when we were both still just in the militia. Then again, we fought together when we were swordsmen for the Empire. But then he went down the path of becoming a great swordsman because his father wasn't of noble birth. However, mine was, and so, you know, I slowly became a knight. So after I decided to form the Inquisition, I went back, found Felix, and of course, you know, he agreed to follow me in my crazy campaign as long as it meant he got to kill things. Then, this is the crazy part, there's a group that hates the Skaven more than I do. And that would be the Lizardmen. So I actually have 2 Lizardmen. One of them is an Old Blood. I got Zin Sicha, an Old Blood Saurus, to follow me. Very tough warrior. And then I have an ex-Temple Guard, Zortza. Now, I'm just going to interrupt myself here really quickly. I know this is a lot of exposition, but I'm not super familiar with the Warhammer lore. I'm relatively familiar with it. I recognize all the factions and I get the basic idea. I've played Mordheim City of the Damned and Total War Warhammer, and I've read a little bit about the lore and I've watched a few videos about it, but I am by no means an expert, and there's a lot of things I'm probably going to get wrong. So if I say anything that's kind of against the lore, like, I realize that having 2 Lizardmen in my party is a little bit weird for the lore, but if you can just look past that and, you know, just have fun with me as I tell this kind of off-the-lid story that I came up with, then I think you'll enjoy it like I am. So I'm pretty sure, though, my point of even recruiting them was that the Lizardmen really hate the Skaven. And so I figured that, hey, if I was promising to try and eradicate all Skaven, that maybe it would attract a couple of them, and I was right. Anyways. Then, of course, the dwarves are always kind of skirmishing Skaven in the underways, so Joseph Bugman and Groth have decided to join me. Then moving on to our archer group. By the way, I have a few... I have heroes for each of my groups. I actually have 2 more cavalry group heroes, but they are out spreading the word that I should have rulership over the lands that were once Telia, Stalia, and the parts that the border princes and the pirates have tried claiming. Anyways, so yeah, so they're out there doing that. So that was my only cavalry unit left. Those are my infantry commanders. And then I have a few archer commanders. I have Kedron. This is a wood elf archer. I think he started out as a high elf archer, but the wood elf archer gear looks better, so don't tell anybody I said that. But yeah, so a wood elf archer here, very skilled. Then I have Braganza, who actually was once from Telia and kind of wants to reclaim his homeland from the invaders. And then we have Edeline, who I think was I don't know. She talked like she might have been a human, but then she also said things that made me think she was an elf, but her hair covered her ears, so I don't really know, but I took it that she was... same with Kedron. I just said, fuck it. She's an archer. She kind of sounds elfy, and I can't tell because I can't see the pointed ears. And she doesn't say where she's actually from, so she's a wood elf. Yes, wood elf archer there, so those are my heroes. Anyways, so that is that. Oh, hello, that was a little bit of some pop-in. So our goal here, again, is to rid the lands of the Skaven, particularly. That's our main goal. Our secondary goals are to take out the Beastmen and the pirates. However, for the time being, we are definitely going to play nice with the pirates because this is our only ally close by. We can run up to Bretonia, the Wood Elves, and some dwarven groups nearby, but we're going to be spending most of our time running through this area, so we don't want to be fighting the pirates yet. If we fight the pirates, it'll be last. And again, this will probably be a 10-part series, so that's a lot to accomplish in 10 parts. So there could be some parts that you're not seeing. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do it yet. I might just stick straight to the Skaven and not worry about the Beastmen and pirates, but we will see. Anyways, that is the setup here. That is all the exposition. Episode 1 today is definitely going to be exposition. Yeah. So between that battle, all this exposition I've given you here at the end, and the exposition of the intro, I think that we're going to call this an episode, and in the next episode, I am definitely going to take something so I can start my own faction, because I need a flag for the Inquisition. So yeah, we'll be probably... Plaguewind is where I was at earlier when I got attacked by a lord, and it takes a tower, so that's going to be tough. We could also go... Wow, I can still see how many men are in there. That's weird. I could also go for Storm Hall. I don't want to move too close to the Beastmen as well. I'd like to be, again, as close as possible to allies. So those are two options. I was thinking about maybe Chamber of Pestilence, or my other options are these three over here: Killzone, Festering Pit, and Twisted Claw. That puts me a bit closer to the Empire over here and the Dwarves. But then I also have to worry a little bit about Orcs and Goblins over here, but I don't think that they're going to be too much of a hassle. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to end this episode. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this series. Again, this is going to be very focused around this area, but perhaps in the future, if this is something you guys enjoyed, we could look at some of the other factions, because they have a lot of factions. Sorry if I zoom out that far, things get a little bit weird, but I mean, they have everything in here. They have Night Elves, they have the Nippon colonies, they have the High Elves, they have the Lizardman Kingdom, they even have Araby, they have the, what are they called, the Tomb Kings, Goblins, Orcs, or Greenskins, sorry, Goblins, Greenskins, Dwarves, Empire, Vampires, which is a very tough one, Kislev, and then Chaos, and then Night Elves. So lots of cool stuff here for us to check out, but we will be focusing on this area for the time being. Anyways, I've ranted on for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen, but I just wanted to lay down what's going on with this series, and yeah, so I'll see you guys in part 2. Thanks for watching.